Hey YouTube, Smoking Briar coming at ya. Sitting here on a Saturday afternoon, kind of windy and drizzly a little bit. Not a real good day to be outside. So I thought I'd sit down here and make a video about a topic that's been done probably a million times, but I've had some people message me and ask me this question, newer smokers, newer pipe smokers. And I don't even remember if I've ever made a video about this or not, but I'm going to do one now, and the topic is why I still smoke a pipe, or my personal testimony of pipe smoking. By the way, smoking the famous Friday Savinelli. I don't even know what this pipe is called anymore. I know it's the Matches 860 Friday Savinelli. I couldn't tell you the shape of it without looking at it, but very enjoyable pipe. I can see why Matches smokes this pipe so much. I haven't smoked this in quite a while. I just thought I'd pull it out and give it a go today. I guess I'll start the story like so many others do. When I was just a young kid, I can remember growing up, and back in those days you used to have tobacco shops inside the local malls, the shopping malls, and ours was no exception. And I can remember even back that far, the shop was called the Briar Root. And as a young kid going to the mall with my friends, underage even at 16 or 17, they'd all be heading to the arcade and the movies, and I'd be sitting there looking through the window of the pipe store. And I remember that shop many years ago still as being a real nice shop. I can picture it in my mind still, and I'd give anything to have a shop like that around here nowadays, like that shop was. It's pretty good size, and it was right in the center of the mall on the square. And this was in the late 70s, early 80s, mostly late 70s. But I can remember the day I turned 18 years old. The first place I wanted to go was to that pipe shop and get me a briar pipe. Of course, I'd already been smoking corncob pipes and Captain Black tobacco, or half and half, or Carter Hall, or whatever we could get our hands on as kids. I remember getting that stuff before I was old enough. I think I probably started smoking a pipe, I'm pretty sure it was like 17. But I didn't smoke one all the time because we couldn't get tobacco all the time, obviously. But like so many kids, someone had an older brother and was always willing to help us out a little bit with the tobacco situation. But when I turned 18, yeah, that's when I really got into getting my first pipe. And my first briar pipe and my first tobacco purchase in that shop, and I can remember the blend's name. It was called Her Favorite. I couldn't tell you what it tastes like, but that's what it was called. It was a house blend. It was called Her Favorite. But as many of you guys probably have the same story, somebody in your life, be it as a younger kid or as you got older, probably was an influence in your decision to smoke a pipe, whether it be your grandfather, your father, your uncle. In my case, it was two people. One of them was my dad's best friend, an older fellow that lived down the street from us. And as a kid, I used to ride my bike down to his place a lot, especially during summer vacation, because my dad would be working and it'd be pretty boring sitting at the house. So I'd go down to his place because there was always something going on down there. He was always out in his workshop or the garage or something, puttering around. And I don't think I ever saw the guy without a pipe in his mouth. So that influenced me. I know a lot of the younger kids, they wanted to grab cigarettes when they were younger and try cigarettes. With me, it was, excuse me, I couldn't wait to get my first pipe. So he was an influence. And then, of course, reading the Mark Twain classics, Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, and reading those books with those guys growing up smoking pipes. That was a major influence for me, because what kid at 16 or 17 or 15 or whatever age couldn't find excitement in grabbing a pipe and a fishing rod and jumping on a boat and going out in the middle of nowheres and just wandering around carefree all summer long in a boat and smoking a pipe, catching fish. So that's what I did, and that's how I got into pipe smoking. But I never really gave it up in my entire life. I was always around it. I'd had spells where I'd stop smoking for a month or so, but I always had pipes, and I always smoked them for over 30 years now. And I guess back in those days, in the late 70s, more people were smoking pipes than they do nowadays. It was more common to before all the smoking laws and all the negative press came out and all this stuff. It was pretty common actually to see a guy smoking a pipe back then. And there was more pipe shops around, more tobacco shops than there is nowadays. So that was an influence, obviously, too. And I think one of the other reasons, and I've talked about this before, is because I just love pipes. Just look how beautiful, the beautiful stem, the gold rings, the two-tone finish, I just love pipes. I love to, I consider them to be artwork, And I've always, even now, this many years down the road, I can still get really excited about looking at a new pipe, and it's like being a child still, So that's another reason why I smoke pipes still. because I just like the looks of pipes, and I just like to collect them and the artwork of them. And you know, I smoked cigars quite heavily a few years back. I haven't smoked cigars that much in the last probably 2 years. I've still got a bunch of cigars in the humidor, and I keep it maintained and all that. But I haven't smoked that many cigars like I used to, because I kind of found that, and to me, smoking cigars, and when I did smoke them, I'd smoke like one every evening. And smoking cigars kind of took away my taste for my pipe tobacco. I don't know if you can relate to that or not, but the heavier cigar smoke was affecting my palate so that I couldn't taste a lot of the subtle flavors in pipe tobacco. So I kind of had to make up my mind, you know, which way I wanted to go with this. And now I just smoke the occasional cigar and pretty much stay with the pipe all the time. Another reason that I still smoke a pipe is because of the ritual. And by ritual, I mean preparing the pipe, you know, having all these tobaccos back here to choose from. And each tobacco is you know, prepared in a different way. It's packed differently, or it's prepared differently, or dried out differently. You know, and you have to lay it all out and everything. And you know, I just enjoy the ritual of preparing the tobacco, packing the bowl, and I like all the gadgets and stuff. You know, the lighters and the tampers and the pipe cleaners and all that stuff. You know, some people they quit smoking a pipe because they say, it's too much hassle, too much junk to carry. Me, I'm just the opposite. You know, I pack up my pouch here, and I throw a couple blends in there and all the tools and stuff I need, and pipe cleaners, and you know, to me that's part of the enjoyment of it, is preparing the smoke. And it's just a very very cool thing, you know, compared to just reaching in your pocket, grabbing a cigarette, lighting it, and flicking it on the ground, you know, when you're done. But to pipe smoking is more of a ritualistic thing, and you know, I really get a lot out of that. Also, another reason I still smoke a pipe is for the relaxation of it. You know, just like I'm doing here, sitting back, kicking back, relaxing with you guys. No hurries, no worries. They call pipe smoking the gentle art, and I certainly agree with that. You know, it's just a very calm, relaxing hobby. And when you're stressed out, worried, and nervous, and just you've had enough of the day, it's always a pleasure to come home and be able to sit back and light a pipe and just relax. And that plays a big factor in why I still smoke a pipe too, after all these years. And another reason too that was a factor I remember was also because of the cost. Um, the cost of smoking a pipe compared to the cost of smoking a cigar is the difference between night and day. I mean, you've got cigars pushing the $10 to $15 mark now. You know, even lower end cigars are $4 or $5, and you know, that's for one smoke. And for, you know, let's say for a $10 cigar, I can buy, you know, what, 3 ounces of pipe tobacco, and that's going to last me days, if not a week or more, you know, compared to one smoke from a cigar. So, you know, cost is also another reason that it's part of my, you know, lifestyle is to continue smoking a pipe. I guess another thing is the flavors. You know, I mean, what other tobacco, what other way of smoking, unless you're smoking a hookah or something like that, but with pipe tobacco, I mean, you can smoke everything from candy flavored tobacco to fruit flavored tobacco to plain tobacco to, You know, like I'm smoking here now, Latakia, English blend tobacco, Burley's, Virginia's. The flavors are endless, limitless, um, and what you can smoke. And it never grows old, you know, it never gets old doing that. And there's so many new tobaccos that are out. It keeps it interesting. There's new blends out all the time. There's plenty of new pipe carvers out there right now that are just doing some incredible work. And when I started smoking a pipe, there was corn cobs and Dr. Grabo's and Yellow Bowl, that other one there that was popular back in the day that I can't think of the name of right now. But there wasn't too many independent pipe carvers like there is now, where you could buy. I mean, Peterson was there back in those days. K Woody, that's the one I was thinking of. But you were pretty limited in choices back in when I was, a kid growing up. Compared to what we have available to us today, it's endless. There was no internet either. It's like whatever you found in your local pipe shop, that's what you got to smoke. There was no smokingpipes.com or Pipes and Cigars or tobaccopipes.com. There was none of that. It's whatever your local shop had or your local drugstore. And that's what we grew up with. But I think I really stuck with the hobby because of its progression, and how things started to get, more pipes, more different tobaccos, different things. It's just, it's an endless thing, and it's good. It keeps the hobby alive and interesting. And I think that right now, at this time of the game, there's a lot of new pipe smokers coming on board, more than I've ever seen. Recently, the last year or two, it seems to be growing huge again. Just here on YouTube, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of pipe smokers, or people that are interested in pipe smokers. I mean, all you have to do is look at some of the bigger channels out there, and they've got 5, 10, 20,000 subs. That shows you how many people are interested in the pipe smoking hobby, and how many people are watching YouTube videos, looking for information and enjoyment through pipe smoking. So, but yeah, that's it for me. I've rambled on long enough, but those are some of the reasons why I still smoke a pipe, and a little bit about how I got started and why I still do it. But I'd be interested. I know there's quite a few guys that have made videos like this about why they smoke a pipe, and a lot of the newer guys that are just coming on to YouTube are making videos about how I got started in a pipe, or how I started smoking, or why I smoke a pipe. But those are my reasons, and I think I've probably got a few more, but like I said, I've rambled on long enough. But I just wanted to put that out there, and like I said, I've had a few people ask me about it, and how long have you smoked a pipe, and why do you still smoke one, and so I just thought I'd put that out there, and hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on for a while. But I'm just going to finish this pipe, get a bite to eat for lunch, and I don't know what else to do on this rainy Saturday. So, alright, I appreciate you watching. As always, thank you to all my new subs. I never like to make a video without thanking you guys. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Talk to you later.